teacher, I think it's because of the influence of my family. Both of my parents and my two most beloved aunts are they are all teachers. And even though they would always advise me not to become a teacher because they weren't well paid or they weren't recognized enough for their job, I can see that they would still love their job and they were very happy about it. And they were just very happy, very nice people. So I had these role models that were all teachers, and I had the image of the teacher as a very nice person and a person that is always one to help and who is very happy. So I think that's why I wanted to be one of them.
The biggest experiences that has impacted me in my teaching career is when I taught grade 3 in Dubai. It was an American international school, and there was about 45 different nationalities represented. Well, I was first supposed to be the grade 4 teacher, but the grade 3 teacher quit because she said the class was completely unmanageable. And she had warned me on her way out that there was one boy in particular who was very naughty, and his name was Kareem. So when I got into the class, I had these preconceived notions. However, some of these notions were confirmed when I entered the classroom and found just pure chaos. Kids were on top of each other, books were thrown, there were no cubbies, there was no system, and there was a lone shoe at the front of the classroom, all by itself. And I had just picked up the shoe, and I showed it to the class, and I said, whose shoe is this? And I decided, okay, these kids need structure, they need organization, but they need a lot more. They need somebody to listen to them, and they need to feel like they are actually cared about and that they're valuable. So I kind of brought this kind of ideology into the classroom, and Kareem turned out that he didn't know how to read, and that was one of the motivators that led him to act out in class. Anyhow, I had really engaged with him in a lot of his discussions about video games and things that he likes to do outside of the class, and I didn't realize how much it affected him until one day I turned to rub the board after we had a discussion about one of his favorite toys. I turned around and I found two little arms wrapped around my waist, and he turned around and I saw it was Kareem, and he looked up at me and he said, "Miss Susan, I love you." And it was from that point on I realized I want to be a teacher. I want to do this every single day.
The reason I want to become a teacher is my experience as a student and as a teacher. I was a student from K to 12 in Iran. So always in our classroom there was a hierarchical rules. So teachers were top, students were down. And the knowledge just come from teacher to student. If anybody asked any question or any comments, of course the teacher didn't like it. When I moved to Qatar as a teacher, unfortunately I feel this situation in my classrooms because I didn't have other choice. So become a closer or friend to be my students. So that was a reason I made a model in my mind for my classroom. Myself and students are in the same level. We learn from each other. Actually, Dr. Jane's class is one of the main models in my mind. So we learn how to learn. We don't learn to pass the